Hey, what's up, everybody? Let's get straight into it. Relationship etiquette, episode 3: choice or mistake. Yo, I'm gonna need everybody to be very clear about what constitutes a mistake versus what constitutes you as a grown ass person having made a choice. A mistake is defined, and I'm paraphrasing, as something that is done that's not intentional or wasn't meant to exhibit any ill will toward another party. Having said that, I'll give an example. It's just an example on the surface. It doesn't matter where it falls on a spectrum, how extreme it is. But if we're in a crowded nightclub and I step on your shoe, I didn't see you. I didn't intend to step on your shoe, wasn't pissed off about anything, didn't foresee that happening. It was an accident. It was a mistake. If I bump into you in a crowded store, it was a mistake. Yo, my bad. I didn't see you there, and we keep it moving. If we're in a relationship and I make a decision for whatever reason, whether you pissed me off about something, whether I felt like there was some needs that weren't being met in the relationship, but I didn't bother communicating that shit to you, that shit takes time. If someone's being inappropriate with me or they're coming at me in a way that you would classify as being inappropriate and behavior and I allow it to go on for however long or short a period of time, and I'm reciprocating that behavior, and I'm blatantly doing things that are going to lead to a place and time that's going to cause me to either show that I respect my relationship by removing myself from that situation, not having let it happen in the first place, or allow it to carry on and get worse and worse as things progress, that's not a mistake. That's a conscious decision. It's a choice. You hear it all the time. Yo, like, I fucked up. I'm not perfect. I made a mistake. No, you didn't make a mistake. You're not perfect. You fucked up, but you didn't make a mistake. You made a choice. Cheating is never a mistake. It's always a choice. And it never starts at the point that it ends up at. You know what I'm saying? If you're flirting with somebody or you're engaging in explicit conversations back and forth behind your partner's back, you're meeting up with people, you're inviting people to places where they shouldn't be invited to, or you are allowing people into the space, whether physical in nature, emotional in nature, or otherwise, that is supposed to be reserved strictly for you and your partner, that constitutes the majority of the time as cheating. It's not always physical, could be mental, could be emotional, could be financial too. Because again, like I always say, cheating is defined by the person that you're with and what their expectations are for you in the confines of that relationship. But this ain't about that. This is about people who make the claim that if they cheated, it was a mistake. No, it wasn't. And stop blaming alcohol. We're grown ass adults. Stop blaming alcohol for the fact that you ended up in somebody's bed or your pants down or you ended up kissing somebody that you shouldn't have been kissed or whatever. All of the bullshit that's out there that people do behind their partners' backs, because 9 times out of 10, when cheating is occurring in a relationship, the other party doesn't know about it. 9 times out of 10. And 9 times out of 10, the person that's being cheated on doesn't know for whatever reason. Whether it was a lack of communication, whether you were, playing both sides of the field and had that person thinking everything was cool in the relationship. But 9 times out of 10, the person being cheated on doesn't even know that there are real issues in that relationship and that things have disintegrated so far to the point that will cause the other partner to start cheating. 9 times out of 10, that's how it happens. But we're so jaded in our perspective about relationships, and we're so conditioned by society today that it's usually automatically a presumption that if someone's being cheated on, then the person that's being cheated on is doing something that they shouldn't be doing. And that's bullshit. And we need to wake the fuck up. We need to start being a little more self-disciplined and holding not only ourselves accountable for the bullshit that we do, but we need to start making ourselves accessible to be held accountable to the people that are around us in our circle. Because if you can't fuck with the people in your circle and you're going to blame the company you keep or you drinking or smoking or whatever it is on why you got caught out there doing some bullshit that you knew you shouldn't have been doing in the first place, then you really shouldn't be in that environment, because it all starts with a state of mind. If you know that being in a potential environment is going to be detrimental to your relationship because your partner might not approve of it, you putting yourself in that environment is no longer an innocent situation. Well, yo, I was just having drinks with my friends or whatever the case. Like, I didn't mean for any of this to happen. That's bullshit. A person's conscience is like autopilot, and it's able to correct a lot of shit when it's not overridden, and it's allowed to work the way it was intended. You knew before you left the house what the fuck was potentially gonna happen or how it might be perceived. The second you made that decision to say fuck it and go on with whatever your plans were in the beginning, the second you made that decision to do it anyway, you crossed the lines. Because it's not about, we're all human. We all get upset at our partners. We all feel like, at one point in time or another, like doing some fuck man shit, fucking buffoonery. But it's about the people who are really adults and who really value the longevity of the relationship and the person that they're with, that decide before they cross that line, like, yo, I don't want to move like that. That's not conducive to me being in a successful relationship. I wouldn't want to be played like that, so I'm not going to play the person I'm with like that. And those are the people like myself, even though we constantly think about shit because we are human, we catch ourselves and stop ourselves from doing it at a point that allows us to come back to a sense of reality, and there's really no harm done, because I can't be blamed for some shit that's going on in my head necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But I mean, yo, just stand up and be counted. Like, be counted, hold yourself accountable, and be accounted for some shit. You know what I mean? Like, you cheated, you made a choice, wherever it started, whatever the reason was. We got into a fight, you was pissed off, your needs weren't being met, even though you didn't communicate that to me. Because 9 times out of 10, a person who's being cheated on, they don't even know there's an issue in their relationship 9 times out of 10, because usually the person who's cheating is in the mind state of, well, I'm gonna have my cake and eat it too. Because if you were that unhappy about the relationship, then you wouldn't be in it. The fact that you choose to stay in a relationship and then cheat on a motherfucker who probably don't even know what's going on behind the scenes, it's probably because, fuck that. It's most likely because, fuck that. It's definitely because there's something that you're getting out of being in that relationship. So now, not only are you making a choice to cheat on me, but you're using me at the same time. Stop the shit. It's 2016. We need to all be adults. We need to all figure out how to interact with each other in the space of relationships. It's about the business of relating and getting to know each other, and learning to accept the past, present, emotional, and mental baggage that comes with all the experiences that have made us the people that we are at this point. Yo, it's simple. Grow the fuck up. Relationship Etiquette, Episode 3, Choice or Mistake. I'll see you on the next one, man. Peace and love.